Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing very well. So in today's session I will be discussing about linear equations. Okay. So in today's video I will be explaining about linear equation, their types based on the variables, and we will also solve some of the problems. Okay. So let us start. So you have heard of an equation, right? Let me write it here. Okay. And you might have also heard of algebraic expressions. So first of all, one should know the difference between an algebraic expression and an equation. Okay, algebraic expression, if I write 2x plus 4. So this is an example of algebraic expression. Okay, expression which has terms in it. We will call it as algebraic expression. But here 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. So this is an example of equation. So now what is the difference between these two? The difference is in an equation we have a sign known as equal to, but in an expression it's not. Okay, so taking that, we can say an equation is a mathematical statement. What is it? Mathematical statement which have a equal sign in it. It means what? If I write 2x plus 4 is equal to 10, so there must be a value of x which we will substitute in this. If we substitute, we should get LHS and RHS as equal. Both of them should be equal to each other. That will represent our equation. Okay. So in today's video, I will be teaching you about linear equation. So let me give an example. General form of linear equation. See, ax plus b is equal to 0. This is linear equation. Okay. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is another kind of equation. I will tell you the difference. Now if I write ax cube plus bx cube plus cx plus d is equal to 0. This is another kind of equation. Now what is the difference between all these three? See, if you look at the variables, so a and b, in this a, b, here a, b and c, and here a, b, c and d, they all are real numbers. They can be either positive or negative. Okay, but this x, in all these three we have x given there, right? You can see them. So we call this x as variable. What do we call it as? We call it as variable. Now depending upon the variable, we classify an equation into linear equation, quadratic equation, and cubic equation. So if the variable in the equation is given and if its degree is just 1, okay, degree means what? It is power. If I write x to the power of 1, this means this can also be written as just x. So if the highest degree in an equation given is 1, we call that as a linear equation. Okay, example 2x plus 4. The variable is x and its degree is 1. If I write 3y plus 4, y is also a variable. It is a variable and its degree is 1. And some more example, means the variable can take any alphabetical letter. It can be 2p plus 6. So here p is the variable. So I can say it is a linear equation because the coefficient and the power is 1 here. Okay, but in RHS there must be some number or it should be 0. If you don't have equal sign, then we cannot call it as a equation. So linear equation is one in which the power or the degree of the variable is 1. So this is an example of linear equation, and this is actually general form of a linear equation in one variable. Here there is only one variable, that is x. I will come back to 2 and 3 variables later, but let us see these two other types. Quadratic means if the variable, if you are taking variable as x, if the power of variable is 2 or the degree is 2, highest degree is 2. For example, if I write x plus x square plus 1 is equal to 0. So if you have to, here you have to look for the variable is x and the highest degree is 2, then it is 1. So if the highest degree is 2, we call that as a quadratic equation. Its general form is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. You can see it here, the highest degree of variable is 2. Now cubic means if the highest degree of variable is 3. Okay, for example, x to the power x square plus x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. So if you see, the variable is x, 1 is the constant, and here highest degree is what, 3. So we can call such equation as cubic equation. That's what I had written here. This is an example of cubic equation, this is an example of quadratic equation, and this is an example of what, linear equation. So I hope the concept of linear equation, quadratic equation and cubic equation has been clear. Okay, now if I give you an example and ask you to tell whether it is a linear equation or not, to identify what are the conditions. See, if I write 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, 2x square minus 1 is equal to 0, 2 root x plus 3 is equal to 0, and let me give 2 cube root of y minus 4 is equal to 0. So first thing you have to check that there must be one variable in it, in the given equation. So in all we have the variable, in these three it is x, here the variable is y. So this condition is satisfied. Second, you have to check for the degree, or is also called as exponent or power. So here the power must be equal to 1 in the whole equation. The highest power must be 1. It should not be less than 1, that is 1 by 2 or 1 by 3, or it should not be more than 1, that is 2 or 3. So let us check in this. So here it is 2x plus 1, the highest power is 1. So we can call this as linear equation. Here if you see, the highest power is 2. So this is not a linear equation, non-linear equation we can call. Here see, x root x, the given equation is root x, in the form of root x. So what does root means? It means x to the power of 1 by 2. If I write root x, it is known as x to the power of 1 by 2. So here the degree is not 1, it is 1 by 2. So we cannot call this as linear equation. It is also a non-linear equation. Similarly, if you see here, y is given, but cube root of y. What does cube root of y means? It means y to the power of 1 by 3. So are they equal? No. Is it equal to 1? No. Therefore we will call this also as non-linear equation. So I hope you have understood the method by which we have to identify a linear equation. So in all this example, I have explained you about linear equation in one variable. Okay, yeah. So now let me give another example. If I write here 2x plus 3y plus 4 is equal to 0. So if you see, there are how many variables? Two variables, x and y are the variables here. and the degree is 1, right? The degree of x is 1, y also 1. So we call such equation as linear equations in two variable. Okay, for example, and its general form, it is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is the general form of linear equation in two variable. That is important, two variable, because we have x and y as our variables. So linear equation in two variables. Now if I add another variable like 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 6 is equal to 0. So here we have three variables x, y and z. Okay, so we can call this as linear equation in three variables. Okay, I hope you have understood the difference between linear equation in one variable, in two variable and in three variable. Okay, so most of you might have a confusion in variable, right? I am repeating this, variable 1, 2 and 3. So what is this variable? See, if I write one equation like 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, a variable is one which cannot be changed. Am I correct? No, I am wrong here. Variable, the name itself indicate which can vary. Vary का मतलब क्या होता है? It can change, जो बदल सकता है, right? See, if I put x is equal to 1, what this equation become? 2 into 1 plus 3, that is 2 plus 3 is 5, right? Since it is not equal, we cannot say the value of x is 1, but I'm just giving one example. Here x, if I substitute 1, the equation we got it as 5. If I put 2, it can become 4 plus 3 7. If I substitute it as 3, it can become 3 to the 6 plus 3 9. So I can keep on changing these values, the value of x. But if you see properly, a and b, that is 2 and 3, they have remained constant, right? So therefore we can call them as constant. But if a number comes before a variable, like here it is 2x, so 2 is a number which has come before x and it is a fixed value, we call such number as coefficient of x. It is a constant, and since it is in front of x, we'll call it as coefficient of x. Now if you look at this 3, so 3 is what? It is also fixed and it is alone, so we will call this as a constant. Okay, so let me give another example. 2p plus q. Okay, so let me give another example. So it is 2p plus 6 is equal to 0. So if you see, 2 and 6 are fixed value. So since 2 is in front of p, we can call it as coefficient of p. Okay, it is called as coefficient of p. And since 6 is alone and it is fixed, we call it as constant. Okay, we will call it as constant. So the one which is given in the form of a number and it is a fixed value, if it is fixed, we will call it as constant if it is alone, and it will be a coefficient if it is along with any variable, and here p is the variable. So I hope you have understood the difference between coefficient, a constant and a variable. Okay, so let me give another example to make it more clear. If I write here 3x plus 6y minus 9 is equal to 0. So which type of equation is this? You have to look for the degree. It is a linear equation in two variables. So which are the variables? Variables means what? Which can be changed. The value of that can be changed, x and y. 3 and 6 are what? They are the coefficients of x and y respectively. Respectively means what? 3 is coefficient of x and 6 is coefficient of y, and the one which is left alone, that is minus 9, you have to look for the sign also. It is a constant. Okay, so if I write it in the form of general form, that is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, I can say, let me compare with the given question. 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. So if you see, the variables are x. What is a? At the place of a we have 3. Here the variable is y, but at the place of b we have 6. And here the constant is c, and at the place of c we have minus 9. So this is how you can identify the coefficients as well as the constant given in the question. Now coming to the last one, that is finding the solution of a linear equation. In this session I will take just the linear equation in one variable. Now solution means what? Let me give on a question. 2x plus 4 is equal to 20. This is a question. Now if I ask you what is the value of x, means if you substitute the value of x, both LHS as well as RHS should be same. Okay, means in the RHS if you have 20, in the LHS it should be, if you solve this it should come as 20. So how to find that? See, it is simple. Write the equation 2x plus 4 is equal to 20. Okay, and look at here, what do we have here? Plus 4. Okay, so what we can do, we can, whatever value we have two methods to solve this. We can subtract that value from the both side, minus 4 over here and 20 minus 4 over here. Okay, minus 4 and minus 4 on this, so this becomes 2x. 4 minus 4 is 0, and here 20 minus 4 is how much? It is 16. Now x is what? 16 by 2, that is 8. So the value of x is 8. So we can say 8 is the solution of the given question here. Now the other method is, if I write here 2x plus 4 is equal to 20. Okay, there is a rule that while simplification a equation, whenever a number, if it is adding to the LHS and if it transfer to RHS, it will be subtracted from the given value in the RHS. So here it was plus 4, when it moves to RHS it becomes minus 4. If it was minus 4, it could have become plus 4. Okay, so keep that in mind. Since here it is plus, it will become minus. Okay, so let me write it again. So now 2x is what? 20 minus 4, that is 16. Therefore x is equal to 16 by 2, and the value is how much? 2 8 is 16, 8. Here also we have got the same, in this we have got the same. Let me take another example to make it more clear. If I give x minus 4 is equal to 16, okay, let it be 4x. Find the value of x. So what is that? 4x is equal to 16 as it is, and transfer this minus 4 to RHS, so minus 4 will become plus 4. Now this will become 20, and in the LHS it is 4x. So x is what? 20 divided by 4. And since here 4 is multiplying in the LHS, whenever it comes to RHS, it will get divided. So therefore we'll get the answer as 5. Okay. Now you might have seen I am writing the equation as 2x minus 4 is equal to 16. Where do we apply this in our real life? What does it mean? It means, I will show you an example. See, let us consider a boy went to a shop. Okay, he went to a shop to buy pen, okay, and pencil. If he bought 2 pens, and 3 pencil, and if the cost is 40 rupees. How can you represent this algebraically in the form of equation? So we can assume the pen as x, number of pen as x, and number of pencil as y. So both together the cost is 40. So we can write it as 2x plus 3y is equal to 40. Okay, so this is how we can utilize them. Now if I write just we know that in a week, in 1 week, we have how many days? We have 7 days. So if I ask you to find the number of days, sorry, not weeks, number of days in 10 weeks. So how are you going to write that? So see, 1 week is equal to 7 days. So 10 week is equal to what? 7 into 10. Okay, so 7 can be a fixed number, and at the place of week I will just assume it as x. Okay, so 7x, if it is 1 week, 7 into 1, 7 days. If it is 2 weeks, 7 into 2, it is 14 days. If it is 3 weeks, 7 into x, that is 7 into 3, 21 days. So this is how we can utilize this equation, okay, to find our daily life problems. I hope you have understood the topic. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss solving linear equation in two variables. Okay, so till then, take care, bye, we'll see you in the next class. Have a good day.